Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. We are Millennial Mom. If you don't know who is who, I'm Millennial. This is Mom.
Let me take that off. I apologize. I thought I was ready to go. Give me 1 second. Okay. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, I'm Mom or Kay from Millennial Mom, and today we're going to talk about Married at First Sight Denver, Season 17, Episode 8, Divorce, Prayers, and Spider Scares. I guess they were trying to make that like a haiku. I mean, it rhymed, but it didn't at the same time. But anyways, we're back with the episode, and you know what? I'm not surprised about what happened with Lauren and Orion. They've been building up to it. I'm just surprised it happened so soon. I do believe outside of Dom and Mac last season, or maybe they're neck and neck, that they may be the fastest to have broken up and decided to divorce. So I don't know. Y'all let me know in the comments. But on this episode of Married at First Sight, the couples are finally back at home from their honeymoons in Cancun, and they have made it back to see their new apartments. Now, normally, Married at First Sight, the couples don't move in like the same night they come back from the honeymoon. So this is a first. You know, they usually go home and then have each other look at their places, where they live before they got married, and then they move in together. But this time it was backwards. So they all, including Lauren and Orion, go to their new apartment home, and okay, they're nice, and normally they are. It's just the fact that I found for me that even before we got to the episodes and different scenes with the different couples, it just appeared that Emily and Brennan, well, mainly Brennan, his energy was off. He just looked like it was like, oh, here we go, kind of thing, at least for me. So, well, also on this episode, the couples, not only are they moving into their new place or not, the experts, Pastor Cal, Dr. Pia, and Dr. Pepper have come to speak to the couples individually about what else, how things are going since they got married and from the honeymoons. Now, technically, they've only been married a week, so things are shaky for, in my opinion, there's 4 couples. Things are shaky for 3.5 out of 4, okay? Because for me, even though Becca and Austin are, seem like they're equally matched, evenly yoked for now, I just think there's some stronger issues that not coming up just yet, or just not being talked about, starting with her medical condition, which he just recently found out a few days ago at the reception. So Emily and Brennan, they're especially Emily, she's excited to look around the new apartment. She says the reality of marriage has finally gotten started and taken over, versus Brennan, he says he's ready to get things started as well. But again, that energy is completely off. It is not saying that, he wants to get things started. It's more than just like a reserved look for me. It's just like again, like, what am I doing here? Kind of like second thoughts already. And we also have Brennan and Austin looking around, and Clare and Cameron looking around, and Lauren and Orion actually make it to look around the apartment too. And I was just really surprised that they even came in together from what happened at the honeymoon, the whole honeymoon. So let me see who's in the comments. We'll go ahead and get started. I'm going to drop the link if you want to join in live. So hola, frappes and tea. Yes, happy holidays to all. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share if you haven't already. I appreciate it. Millennial does too, even though she hasn't been on in a little while. And then Tamika, hey girl, hey. And then Miss Cynthia, hello there. How are you? And hello to Dolores as well. Tamika, you say Alyssa and Chris? Or what do you mean you have to elaborate? Well, you can elaborate when you come on. And then would you say experts came quick this episode? Yes. And you know what? For many seasons, I've said this before. You may not have watched me in the past, but if you have, or me and Millennial in the past doing Married at First Sight, I've said quite a few seasons ago, where are the experts? Because in my opinion, the drama, if they're going to make it or not, for most couples, happens on that honeymoon. Because technically, Yes, you are married a stranger. You're thrown into this mix, and things get, taken to heart, personal, whatever, because you don't know this person, and you kind of, you may like the outside, but you may not necessarily like the inside of the person. So, but yeah, elaborate if you come on. And then, hello, Miss Sharon, how are you? So, all right, I'm going to already drop the link for you all because honestly, a whole lot didn't necessarily happen on this episode outside of Lauren and Orion and Emily and Brennan. I thought the episode was just a little bit boring. It didn't really give the anticipation, the hype of the drama for this week with Lauren and Orion didn't necessarily give, but just the way that it came about is what kind of gave it a little bit, because he was so out of line with how he expressed what he wanted to do via text. So yeah, let me take 1 second. Let me look at this right here. Okay. So, all right, let me get my notes up and go from there. Cynthia, you say you weren't bored? I was kind of bored because I think I'm adding you to the stage, ma'am. Because for me, like I said, we already knew there was drama coming this week for Lauren and Orion. And then there was already rockiness with Emily and Brennan. And then Clare and Cameron, there's still no spark. So really the only people we have to hold our hat on, in my opinion, is Becca and Austin. And honestly, they're not necessarily giving anything right now, but just the fact that we get to Austin, when he talked about how often or not he does laundry, was already, for me, the stranger, a deal breaker. So that's why I was bored. But if you work, that's cool. Don't worry about it. Are you ready backstage? Okay. Sorry, you guys. Welcome, Devontae. I had to read a text message because I guess I'm up for jury duty tomorrow.
What?
Yeah, they just sent me the text message. I haven't even called. They're like, make sure you go parking. I'm like, I haven't even called yet. So I guess I'm picked. Anyway.
Or maybe they just sending it just in case. Maybe they send it to everybody.
I don't know. I got a call and I got a text. So.
Oh Lord.
Vegas don't play.
I've never had that before. Normally, if I got picked before, had the notice, I never got any of this. But now it's like they're on it. So anyways, hello, Cordinetti. It was very boring. Oh, with the yawn. Yes. So what do we think about, we're going to start with Emily and Brennan first, looking around the house or the apartment. Did he already have a shift in energy before they left the honeymoon, or do you all think he had the shift in energy without saying what's on the after party? We'll get to that. Or, did you notice it then, or did you notice it when they came back?
Both. Those one-word answers. I was like, he's over it.
Yeah, he's over it. But
yeah, he looked disgusted.
He did look like it was like, here we go. Like I made a mistake.
Right. Why is she in here? Mm-hmm. You need to go somewhere.
Again, same thing from the last couple seasons. Unopened people on an open process don't make no sense.
Well, I actually saw. Sorry, I got a heat and pad on my back too. I saw on MAFS fan on IG. I was gonna download it, but I didn't. It said that 4 out of 5 men were recruited, or 4 or 5 men or 4 to 5 women were recruited for the show this season. They didn't apply naturally. So that right there shows
recruited. What that mean? They went out.
They went out knocking door to door. You want to be on this show?
Maybe in the mall or something, like, hey, you look like, are you single? Something
right.
like that. So
you looking to make an extra $5,000 a month?
Maybe, I don't know what it is.
It gotta be money, because ain't no way. Brennan just looked so out of it. He looked like I know you're not that mad over her saying, "Are you having fun?" But he could be a hothead. I knew it when he's only my parents ever made me mad.
Right. We talked about that this week. I'm like, only your parents have made you mad? Like not a friend or someone in school or watching a sports game or something? Just your parents took you to that level? But if we remember too, Brennan said Remember, he was like, when we first met him, he said his parents have been married X amount of years. There's no such thing as divorce.
Yeah, but you about to get one, little homie. So
I think he's about to get one too. But I mean, the way he's acting, since he feels that's how it should be, he's not giving it a chance to
no.
me. And maybe, like you said, Devontae, when Emily was saying, you know, last episode ago, like, are you having fun and all this other stuff? If someone has to ask, are you having fun? You're not having fun.
Exactly.
It shows
Exactly.
you're having a good time because you're laughing, you joking, even with a stranger. You know what I'm saying? Before we all came on here, and even when you came on, you know, we're strangers, but as time has gone along, you know, we laugh, joke, kiki together. You know what I'm saying? So,
And
Mm-hmm.
then the way she asked him that, how he responded, like, this your wife that you just met. What the you mean? Am I having fun? Like, whoa,
right.
bro. I asked a simple question, like, are you having fun?
Courtney
Like,
Nettie said, yes, a lot of them be recruited. Frappes and T said, not knocking door to door like the JWs. Yeah.
Pastor Cal was like, do you know the truth about Married at First Sight?
Right.
Stay at the
Dolores,
gas station.
right. Here's a gift card. You know? Dolores said, I was thinking Orion and Lauren were going to make it. Orion didn't try. No, he didn't.
Ooh,
Listen,
I knew
Orion
they
talked to his
weren't gonna make
mama.
it on the first day.
Right. He talked to his mama. She was like, get out.
I
When
know.
they said he's like an onion, who describes somebody as an onion? You gotta peel back the layer. I ain't peeling back no layers on no Married at First Sight. Them layers better be peeled.
Exactly.
Oh, that's interesting. Courtney and Eddie. Mm.
Justin was recruited. Courtney Nettie said Justin was recruited from season before last. He's never heard of the show.
Is that the tall one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, he looked like he was recruited.
Knock it off. You said that all matter of fact. But still, you know, when you recruit people, it's not to say that they can't be successful on here. But the track record is they have not been successful, whether they recruited people or they haven't, you know. So I don't know what is going on.
But even if they had recruited people, I would hope that they say, go watch a season. Here, go a DVD. Go watch this season. So you can see what you're getting into. Something, so they know you're gonna have cameras in your face and people in your face, and
Right. Once they tell you real live getting married, like this is real.
yeah.
This is not a TV. This is not Flavor of Love. This is real.
Right. Or the one that used to tickle me a long time ago. For the Love of Ray J.
Listen, I like that one.
That's what
I like Ray J.
But anyway, so when they had Pastor Cal come talk to them, when he gave the matter of fact question to Brennan, is it Brennan or Austin?
Brennan.
I don't even know who they are no more.
Brennan. We're not gonna do this. We're not gonna do this.
Right, but then to be matter of fact, like, are you attracted or not? And we had to go, that again, there's if you're not having fun, all the way to Pastor Cal asking you if you having, you know, attraction to her or not, and you have to say, I don't want to get into it right now. There's your answer.
Right. Are you attracted to me? I don't want to hurt your feelings. So what? You just
he
said
don't want
you're
to be the bad
attracted to
guy.
me.
He don't want to be the bad guy on TV. He don't want people DMing him, getting in his DM and his inbox and stuff. So yeah. That's why.
Well, you should have never signed up to a TV show. You know, there's a lot of people that watch these shows that ain't got no life.
Hey.
No, I'm saying not you. I'm saying a lot of people that's going like full-fledged. I'm talking about that's full. It's some weird ones that's full-fledged going to be invested like after the show. How dare you send them a message every day?
Right.
Like
Dolores,
we ain't crazy. We say and we go on about our little day.
Right. Dolores, we'll get into that when we get to Lauren and Orion. We'll get into the reason why I think he texted her. So right then and there for me, since Brennan had already told Emily these things, and even when they first came into the apartment, he was saying, well, you know, I could work here in the morning because my schedule's real busy. You know, it already sounded like he was making lots of excuses. I mean, your schedule was busy before you came on the show. You knew you would have to adapt, right? Both of you. So, but when he said he could work, you know, take his calls there in the morning, but go home for a couple of days, see how things work out. I was like, that plus I don't want to get into if I'm attracted to you, plus everything else. She should have just took that moment, like, you know what, cool. We can, be a different house. It's not like other people haven't done it before, because he's going to be uncomfortable going forward. And why do you think things will change if he's already telling you low key, I'm not into this anymore, and especially not with you?
Right. I think they all learned a new word, which was reconvene.
Oh.
Like word of the day, because it's like, let's reconvene in a week or in a couple days. Let's see how it's going. Or
First
I'm
of
just like,
all,
dude.
So when somebody said, yeah, I want to go back to my place and we can revisit this in a week. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Pastor Pal, go ahead and get these divorce papers. Ain't no coming back in a week. What, man, we married. Ain't no coming back in a week.
Right.
Exactly. So really, that's what was going on. I wrote down here, I think maybe Brennan noticed, I think Emily's a little bit too forward for him in every area. She was talking about fun, already talking about having sex, already talking about, different little things. And maybe he wasn't ready. And on top of that, he wasn't, he's just not into Emily like that. It's not attracted. I'm sorry, y'all. I got the TV in the corner of my eye. Let me just say this real quick, off topic. It's a thing of silence for UNLV, which is about 15 minutes down the street, about what happened yesterday. It turned out, if you don't know, it was a shooting yesterday, and it was a professor who wanted to work at the University of Nevada, Las Vegas, who was rejected from working there. That they already said that it was 2 professors that he took out, and the third they're still waiting on to see who it is. So, anyways,
wow.
Yeah.
And he had another list for the other college in North Carolina that he worked at too. And he old enough to know better. He was in his 60s.
Right. So that's
he
what's
was
been
taking
on.
out all the competition who got the job.
They already had the job. He was mad because they told him no. I'm not laughing, Lord, I'm not. But it's like,
right. So that, of course, that's been dominating the news here all day yesterday, all day,
yeah.
stuff like that. Right. So they just put the pictures on the news, and so anyway, all right. So moving past that, yes, prayers, thank you. So let's get to, let me see. Let's go to Clare and Cameron. So the first thing they walk in, I think Clare is in her, even though she's getting a master's degree, she's not yet formally a doctor like Dr. Pia, Dr. Pepper. I think she still thinks like that, and she's mentally therapying Cameron.
In the words of co-ed and co-ed, therapalizing.
There you go. I can think of the word. She's definitely
therapalizing.
She's definitely doing that, and there's also not a spark there on either of their sides. I know for me, it seems like because Cameron is a little bit more talkative about trying to get a spark, that it seems like he's more into Clare, but I just think maybe he wants it to work and get out the friend zone, versus Clare, who I think is just going with the flow. Now, when they were sitting down at the apartment, right, and he's got on his shorts, he's comfortable. She's like, ooh, those shorts are short. And when they showed him, I was thinking like, maybe I'm like, what's the opposite word for the Daisy Dukes for guys? What do you call them? Speedos or something in the swimwear. She made it seem like they were cut up real high. I'm like, he got on regular shorts, like, he just lounging. Yeah. But that to me also shows a lack of, I don't like you. Like, can you put on something else?
That's the basketball shorts in the 80s.
Man, I thought he lived in a basement, because I was just like, what? Hey, hold on.
We'll get to that. So when they're talking about the things they want to do in the future, is it me, or does Clare cut him off? It's like, oh, that's not a good idea. Oh, I don't like that. I'm like, girl, when you get your own practice, are you going to cut off the people that come in for therapy? Because if you can't have a regular conversation with your husband who's a stranger, and the people coming in is going to be a stranger, girl, they could be turning you in on your license. Mm-hmm. Right? It's like you can't talk to him, you're not going to be able to talk to nobody else. So I just don't think she gives him a chance. I think Cameron knows it, but he really wants to try. I think maybe Clare was one of the people that was recruited too, because she doesn't give that she's there willingly. You know what I'm saying? I know they all say, yeah, I'm at a certain point in my life, I want to be married, but the energy, especially this season, is not giving that, in my opinion. Cameron and Clare maybe will be okay. I don't think so, Dolores. They might be.
No.
Yes.
This is a 0 for 5 season.
Front facing T said Three's Company Shorts and Jack Tripper. That's a good one. That's a
Yes,
good one.
yes.
So, Demonte, you must be watching basketball.
Oh yeah, the game. Yeah, I'm sorry. The game over though. The game over. Yes, sir.
That's all right. So, all right. So let's move to the house. First of all, I didn't realize that he lived in a basement still. I thought he lived. Did he say that?
It reminded me of Mac.
Yeah, but Max didn't look like that though. Max looked like something nice. I know every basement is different.
Yeah, but
thought
living in the basement.
it just gave like living in a garage kind of. Didn't give basement to me, but like I said, they're all different.
I guess
Mhm.
it looked like it got a water leak in the corner. You could just
Look like got a little bit of mold in there.
mm-hmm.
Look like it needs some Febreze in there or something.
Bad.
Yeah, a little bit more lights
I was
on.
just like the couch, everything. I said, where is? I was just looking at everybody's house like, was this taped in 2008? These big box TVs and everybody TV looked old. I said, do they not got a Best Buy in Colorado? Like, what is up?
Mm-mm. They
They
got all
don't
them
got a
fat
smart
back.
TV?
They don't.
It was a little antique-ish in a couple of places that we saw for sure. But the thing though, so he was showing Claire around and his medals that he had and the pictures and all that stuff. She's like, oh, I didn't know this about you. And I'm like, Claire, see, once again, you didn't take time out to learn anything from Cameron.
Exactly.
Because they said that in the vows about the bike shop and things like that. You had no clue because it went one ear and out the other. Now, when he did that Vegemite, I have heard about that just by watching TV shows. I heard it was like he described as yeast. I heard it was described as not yeast, but something that would be rotten.
Mm-mm.
It is acquired taste, and it is like the color of
Talk about it tastes like beer. It tastes like beer. Like I
Mhm.
never wanted to eat beer, bro.
Right.
Maybe because it's made from yeast and wheat and all that stuff, so maybe it's the same consistency.
I thought it was like a sardine paste because it was looking real. I was
Yeah.
like,
Mm-mm.
and he put mass on there too. I was like, stop. She said a little bit, bruh.
Well, certain regions have different things they eat that we don't necessarily, so that's one of those things.
He a
But
good sport because I would have been like, I'm cool with you and all, but nah.
right. But here's the thing for me. When he showed her, okay, if you have a pest problem, I get it. Some people do. Some people don't, whether your fault or your own or whatever. But a spider problem is serious, and those spiders look very, very large. And why does he have a container of the spiders?
Everywhere.
Yes, and he said
They're everywhere.
How do you sleep in there?
Who had the rat traps? Or was it was it Eris?
I
One
don't
of them.
Nah,
They
Air's
had
house. It wasn't Air's house. I don't think so.
it was somebody that had the traps
know.
in their house.
That's why he said that's why the spider chilling water. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. All of them everywhere. She was like, "Ooh, I got to put my shoes on." I wouldn't
There's
like
no
that.
way
I'm just outside.
There's no way she would spend the night over there. Like,
No.
I wouldn't either. And guess what? That little carry-on that you're bringing to the new place, get a bag.
Put that thing outside.
Right, get a bag, put your stuff in, because who knows what can come with you? Because we know bugs trap. So,
Yep.
anyway, who visited them? Dr. Pepper. So Dr. Pepper is telling them. So how do you think intimacy is going? It's not. She could tell by body language. It's not. She's like, Cameron's saying, he's trying to get to know Claire, is trying to give her a little bit of leeway. And so Dr. Pepper says what she usually says, other than the watching Miss Daisy, because I was waiting on it. Okay. To hold the hand and, put the hand on the lap. That's what she normally says. You can hold hands for intimacy. And so Claire's like, oh, do you feel weird when I do this? And he's like, no. First of all, again, did something happen to Claire that maybe we don't know about? Because she's very standoffish when it comes to intimacy. I understand not having intercourse with somebody real soon, but of holding of a hand and a hug, That's different. You know what I'm saying? Which
Yeah.
makes me think that something else happened along the way. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think she knows. Like, she
Rob,
doesn't
nice.
give vibes like she knows how to romance. Like, she kind of like a. It's like two dudes date each other or something that don't know what they doing. Cause
Mm-hmm.
it's just like it's no so it's he can't feel comfortable enough to like he feel weird putting his arm around.
Yeah, they side hug. They've always side hugged. They never had a
A
full on.
church
When he
hug.
brought them roses, you ain't get no peck, no cheek
Mm-mm.
kiss. I was like,
No.
oh yeah, man, you was better off coming in there like bruh from a 90-day fiance, one rose.
Courtney Nettie said, Claire said guys pushed her to the side. Well,
Like some mashed potatoes.
oh my goodness. Well, what do you think about Claire being into religion, her being Catholic, versus Cameron, who said at the age of 15 he was kicked out of the church for something he did, and he had to find his own way in life. And he said he didn't feel like the church would guide his children going forward into life. Versus Claire, who said she did. Once again, everything's like I don't agree. I don't agree. But for me, I have typed this for myself. In my experience, people who aren't on the same page when it comes to religion usually don't have a long-term
Don't.
relationship.
Right. And why
They're
would you
not
match
gonna
them?
make it.
No. Why would you even match them?
Right.
They have different views.
Right.
He got real strong bad views. Like he is not willing to bend. He look like he'll go to church just to go, and he ain't gonna be listening.
Right.
He can be in the
And
back
that's
with his
it.
arms folded, mad, looking out the window.
But what does that? What does that scripture even mean?
Right.
Right.
No, no,
Break
no,
it
no, no,
down.
no.
Yeah. Normally that don't work. You have, someone is spiritual, Christian, whatever it is, and you with someone who don't believe like that. How's that even work? Because you're not gonna be in
Mm-mm.
my ear telling me, oh, what you doing that. You know what I'm saying? You got to go because I know what it is for me. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't, then we can't be together. You know what I'm
I
Right.
saying?
think I think they just need a remix. Why don't the people that you thinking about picking give them all a couple options of women, lay it on the table. Out of these 6 women, look wise, what we looking like? Which one would you actually talk to?
Oh, for looks wise, but still the personality is what drives. I mean, personality
Hmm.
terrible.
But
Oh, you could be
that's
fine and dumb as rocks.
yeah, but they always break up over looks.
That's true too.
That's
That's
yeah.
true. That's true. You're right. You're right. All right. So let's move to Becca and Austin. So they already talked about what they want to have at their apartment: board games and her Nintendo 64. And you know what I think? I think that they are truly not trying to talk about reality. Okay,
Hmm.
I understand you talk about this on your honeymoon. You talked about it at the reception, like, oh, we both like board games. Oh, we both have a Nintendo. Oh, we're both gamers. Okay, so what now?
What
So
else?
now, right, what else is there? So we know that Becca doesn't feel good. He knows about her medical condition. What do we know about Austin other than he lives with a roommate? Okay. He also, speaking of the furnishings, Devontae, he's also
Hmm.
one that has antique and furnishings, which is okay because that's in your house, it's yours, right? He lives with a roommate. He's not as clean as she likes. He washes towels whenever he feels the need. I said, I can't do it. So that's worse
Well,
than
she asked how often do he do laundry?
right.
Don't he got a female roommate?
Yes, he does.
Oh,
Maybe
okay.
she do the laundry. She said, how often do you do laundry? That don't mean his clothes don't get washed. She said, how do you
I'm
do
sure it don't.
laundry?
I'm sure it don't.
I don't know. I don't know. He just,
Yeah.
she kind of look at pick me ish like, ooh, pick me, pick me. I like everything. Nintendo, I'm
Sorry about
cool
that.
with it. You don't like God? Great.
But she's Jewish though, so that's an issue by itself.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
the stuff that she
Yeah.
was saying about people told her about Jews, I ain't never heard. What about you? Where are you and Orion? What is y'all getting all this crazy stuff from?
I don't know. Well, I'm not saying that she hadn't heard that before. Maybe she heard it from some people are extreme. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be in your friend group, maybe people, because she's a photographer at different weddings. Maybe she heard different conversations. I don't know. But what I was saying before my system did whatever, if I have a roommate that's not my children or my husband, I'm not washing your clothes. First of all, you should
Absolutely
be
not.
my stuff anyways. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't want them accusing you of nothing. You know what I'm saying? You took this, you took that, you damaged this, damaged that, stuff like that, in my opinion. But when Pastor Cal talks with them, he asks them, have they consummated the marriage? I really wish that he would stop asking that. I really do. I don't think it's any of their business. And he tried to say, oh, well, we just want to know where you guys are on an intimacy level. You don't got to ask that.
Right.
And why
Right.
did they fake like they had something like why they
They
She
did
let-
kind of giggle. I was like, I think maybe been a little bit frisky. Maybe they didn't go all the way because she recently had surgery. So maybe they had a little, maybe,
there's no way he touch there's
sex
no way
different.
there's no way he touching her. Especially
You don't
after she
think
say
so?
she be hurting all the time. It's
Mm.
probably like a little arm sleep, a fake cuddle at night, arm over. You get 10 seconds out, turn left, you turn right, wake up in the morning. That's it.
Yeah.
They don't give me lover vibes. They give me we can hang out and play Donkey Kong
That's my
together.
homeboy.
And
Yeah.
that's as far as it's gonna go.
Yeah.
She just nice. They not talking about none of these people are talking about things that'll make a relationship happen. They just surf. Oh, you like board games? I like board games.
Hmm.
Oh, you like cloudy days? Yeah, cloudy days make me feel cloudy. They not talking about nothing.
Right.
Nobody not talking about nothing important.
Nothing.
I
Nothing
can
at
tell
all.
you this. I can tell you for me, I like to listen to ocean waves while I'm sleeping. How
I
about
mean,
that?
yeah, but none of these people conversate. Like usually when you end to somebody, you talk about something, and that conversation keeps like
The conversation
branching off. It
going.
keep branching and stuff,
Yeah.
and then y'all been talking all night. These people ain't talking. It's getting awkward. It's
Right.
like no.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
Hmm.
But let's jump back to the house situation. When he said, oh, well, if we say yes after decision day, I'm going to go ahead and move back here and you move back home till we figure stuff out because we have our leases together. I was like, red flag, yet another red flag. Who says that? If I say yes, we say yes, why are we living separately? We've seen that happen before. And guess what happened?
They stay separate.
They stayed separate. That's not even reality. You get married, you know what I'm saying? Unless you work out of town or international for business or something like that. I'm not moving back because I have a roommate. You pay off whatever for your roommate
Hmm.
and you live with your wife. He tried to make it seem like, oh, well, because I know you wouldn't want to live here. So living with you would be the best option. And she was like, that's when she became a little bit like, oh, light goes off. She's like, yeah. And then we live together and then maybe we could buy something after that. He's like, oh, good idea. I'm like, what do you mean? Good idea. Like
First
they
of
just
all,
on you?
why he on this show again? Why are you getting married if you got a roommate? People who got roommates can't afford to live alone.
Or live with their mama.
Yeah, there's no person not they age. They in a 30s.
Yeah.
Ain't he? You
Yeah.
not your little 22. Now, if you was
No.
22 to 26, you in school, you in medical school, I understand. But you in your job, you been in your job, you ain't going nowhere. Why are you living with a roommate, sir, and you about to get married? What are you offering?
Exactly.
Because if my little sister come home, or we go to this pop-up wedding for married at first sight, and this dude say he live at home with his mom, I'll be like, man, what? I'm like, sis, come on, bro. What you gonna move into the basement?
Even if you didn't know anything about the show, this is like common sense. Like, why you want to live with somebody that's still, not settled? I mean, yes, the pandemic happened, so something could happen with the job. But for this show to be married going forward, that doesn't seem like you're ready. So,
Did Lifetime sign a contract with this show? Like, we got to go 25 seasons deep and then we'll reevaluate. Because just like, how is this
maybe.
experiment still going? This is a failed experiment. This booster shot is not working. Everybody's
Yeah.
sick.
Everybody.
Everybody's sick. Yeah. And the other shows are already in the books and they're already recruiting for the next one. So, yeah, 18 is already done. So they're already looking for 19.
Wait a minute,
Anyway,
where's 18?
18 is in Austin, Texas, I believe. Back in Texas.
Oh Lord, they back in Texas, so maybe we'll get a black man finally.
Well, that's
They
a
sure needed one this season.
Listen, I kept saying come to Detroit. Don't come to Detroit.
No,
Don't come here.
Come to Detroit if you trying to. If you want to get your heart broke, go on Married at First Sight. If you want to get the total opposite, if you want a religious man, they gonna either give you the opposite or the extreme. You be like, I
Yeah.
want somebody that believe in God. Oh, I got you a priest. I got you a virgin priest.
right, something that you're not looking for, right?
Yeah.
All right, let's move to finally Lauren and Orion. What Courtney is it? A few blacks. Yeah,
I wanted to.
the show.
I wanted to fight him.
This week, last week, or the week before?
Bro, I want to beat him up for the. I want to fight him for the culture.
For the culture.
Culture.
I felt like what's that little cartoon? Arthur with a little hand balled up in the fist.
I like Arthur.
I wanted to fight him.
I was watching this show at work. I was like, "Where's my chair? Where's my white chair?
Not your white
Somebody
chair.
throw the hat. Somebody throw the hat.
Not the Montgomery, not the Denver brawl.
No,
Oh, we need
seriously.
it.
I was ready. I want to say something, but I don't want to offend nobody, so I'm not gonna say. But yeah, I wanted to fight him.
Well, first of all, I made the clip last minute about the text message like, "Hi, Lauren, I want a divorce. You know, we'll meet up later." First of all, he already knew this is not what he wanted. Orion was offended real early by the thoughts that he brought out to the service at what came up as what he felt would be offensive if he heard someone say when they're talking about culture. But it's okay to say songs or maybe words with the N-word, things like that. It's cool for me to have repented, but it's not cool for you to have said it after I was, you were like, oh yeah, made like a little off-topic joke, but it wasn't, brought about first. You know what I'm saying? I could see if she was like, oh yeah, I heard y'all were called da-da-da-da-da, and that was that. So,
no. I'll inbox it. I ain't saying it.
Okay.
I ain't saying it.
As soon the whole time I was saying, the whole time he was talking, I was just saying this here.
All right. Well, y'all get your things in check. I downloaded some things that people posted about Orion. So here we go. Denise says, I dislike him more than anyone in MAFS history, and that is including Alyssa, Chris, etc. That is a hard list to top, but he's at the top. Oh, it's hard to top.
Tip top. Oh, he done topped him.
Next is, there was nothing real on his end and couldn't even be honest with her. Don't use our culture as an excuse, because as a Native American woman, we are proud and we are forgiving. We educate, we don't hold grudges. What a bunch of crap. And then the final one says, dude says he doesn't date within his culture, but gets perpetually offended about his culture.
Make it make sense.
Right.
Like I said, that's like being pro-black and you married to a white woman. It don't add up.
Right. True, Devontae. Courtney said, child. She said, child. I can hear you saying it too. I can hear you saying it. As if we're at breakfast at brunch, I can hear you saying it. Orion was offended when he woke up. He is one big ball of confusion. So, what was you going to say, Miss Ma'am, in a nice roundabout way?
Probably ain't no nice roundabout way to say it.
Okay. Well, then let's talk about what happened. So they did come.
I don't want to offend nobody.
They came
and I don't want to get you cut off the tube.
I can feel what you're saying. I feel it in my spirit. We here with it.
Look, I want to be messy. I don't know what you're trying to say, but I will say that they did come in with 2 boxes of pizza. And I was like, that's interesting. 2 boxes of pizza? I'm like, because they don't give, like, they eat a lot. You know what I'm saying? So we found out why. He said, we're going to take some time, give a couple of days, and come back around to see how we
reconvene.
Feel. Girl, I'm reconvening tomorrow. I'm jury duty. We're going to reconvene and see what's going to happen in a couple days. So Lauren said in confessional, she didn't necessarily believe what he was saying, but she's ready to reset, regroup, refocus. That's what I say to my kids: reset, regroup, refocus. When they get out of line and I don't want to hear it, y'all watching, that's what I'd be saying. Okay, but anyway, so Lauren is real hopeful, right? She's been hopeful from the beginning. She showed emotion. I'm not saying Orion hasn't showed emotion of his own, but Lauren has put her heart out there where she's like crying and carrying on and just act like she's known this man forever and a day, that she feels like this is it for her. So then a couple days later, she's in the mirror talk about, she got a text from Orion talk about, I can't do this no more. I was like, see, that's when the tears, first of all, I'm not that sensitive about nobody I don't know. Okay. That's when the tears would stop for me right there for Lauren, but she wants to see if it could continue to go. And did she say that Orion called Pastor Cal to come over and talk to them one last time, or before she came? Before Dr. Pia came to talk about it? Did she say he already talked to him to get him on the right path, or what? Because I was surprised to see Dr. Pia back at the house.
Dr. Kyle was like, oh no, I'm not dealing with them. I already know what this is.
Dr. Pia was getting on my nerves.
Frappes and Tea said, let's play Diana Ross. I'm coming.
Baby.
I don't think
he wanted a Lionel, not a Lauren.
I think he wanted a Becca, not a Lauren.
Becky with the good hair.
Yes. I don't know about that. Let me tell you why I don't know about that and why I agree to disagree. Because when we met Orion, he said he wanted to be with someone about their culture. And the way he felt like the R word, I don't think it would be a Becca. Because Becca's history says the reason why it is because of that culture. I would think maybe just want to.
So what do you want? An Asian woman? What was you looking for?
Something, but not a Becca history for sure.
So you don't want nobody in your culture that I don't understand his logic though. You don't date people in your culture, but you have how you don't date people in your culture, but you got pride of your culture. You ain't got no pride.
He wants somebody that can be submissive and not talk back.
I can't be submissive to no man that live with his mama. How you going? What are we submitting with? You don't run the house that you in. You live in the small room in the house. Your mama got the big bedroom.
Don't make me joke on here.
One thing that Eddie said earlier that made a lot of sense is that he wanted the control. I'm like, that makes a lot of sense because she was in control until he said, let's reconvene and relax, relate, release, and let's do this again. And then she was like, okay. And then he was like, okay, now I got you. Now I'm about to kick you to the curb.
Right.
And I have the control. So that made a lot of sense when he said that.
Right. Real quick, Frappes and Tia said, I don't think he was allegedly celibate by choice. Well, you know what? The way
he got choice.
The way he described his girth, as he put it, at the bachelor party, the energy says, my girth makes me kind of like a Johan. You know what I'm saying? Like a Johan, like I'm going to put it down with whoever come around. That's what it gave. But then he came on here all sensitive. Now, if y'all don't know, Courtney and Eddie, some of you do, some of you on the replay may not, also do YouTube. And they are good friends of ours. Hey. And so
hey, cousins.
The thing is, I like to listen to a review. I like listening to you too, Devontae. You're the man of this show, okay? But to hear the man's perspective is good because y'all see things different, you know what I'm saying, from your perspective and how women are and how men view how a woman is trying to be. And you're right, because I do listen to the reviews all the time. I just don't comment. He's right. He's right about that. He wants control, and Brennan wants control too.
Yeah.
So, in my opinion, and so Courtney Nettie said he said he wanted to talk to Pastor Cal at the honeymoon because he's a man of minority like him. Well, so's Dr. Pia. Oh, a man. That's what it is. Maybe he feels a man holds a different value. So.
Oh, I wish I was on that show.
Tamika.
Orion, you really lucked up that it was no black man on that show. Because it took everything to get my foot off you.
Now, do
Right.
you think, now let's think about last season's men, Eris and Shaq. Do you think they would have said something to them?
Would have
I think
told
Shaq would have.
him a new one.
Definitely Shaq.
Mm-hmm.
Shaq would have put some oil on that head. Like,
Mm-hmm.
today is the day. You think I got this scar from? You think this scar is a scar? Don't you ever disrespect our black queens. Look at the history books, sir.
Exactly. And even though Eris was Erising on his show,
Yeah.
what I'm saying? I think he may have stepped up too, because this just wasn't it. You know what I'm saying? But
Mhm.
yeah. Now, when Dr.
Yeah.
Pia came, Lauren's still saying she felt like she was blindsided. And I'm like, not really. Well, for me, outside looking in, I don't think you were blindsided. I just think this was the inevitable, because y'all can get past things. She even said he was hot and cold and leading her here, leading her there to make her think otherwise. But, if you can't trust somebody from the very beginning just off a basic statement or just response to what you're saying, how do you think it's going to get any further? When you was crying if you crying on the honeymoon, you already know. You shouldn't even be surprised.
First of all, you ain't making me cry after I don't know your 6 days. I ain't got that
That's
to
what I'm
do.
saying. I don't know you well
Right.
enough to cry like that,
Now you get me that upset, we getting a divorce.
Yeah.
Off rip. 6 days I'm crying. If I'm crying in 6 months, I'm being mental breakdown in a week. And 6 weeks. No
Mhm.
way. No way.
Courtney Nettie say he would have wanted to be around. He wouldn't have wanted to be around those kind of black men at all. Exactly. Oh no.
Mm-mm.
Oh.
Mm-mm.
If
Yeah,
he
the
thought
cookout would have been interesting.
right, if he thought Cameron, who said reservation on the bus, was something. If they saw Lauren crying like this on the show, oh no, that wouldn't have went down. I mean,
Right. You can forgive Cam, but you can't forgive the whole woman that you with. That's weird.
right.
That's
Yeah.
weird.
So Dr. Pierce said she felt like he already had his mind made up, which he did,
Mhm.
I
right?
got my mind
But he
made up.
tried to deny it at first, right? She had to pull it out of him, like, well, yeah, you're right. I just couldn't get past the statement and my culture and this and that. Again, what about our culture? And I really don't like the fact that it made it seem like it was one. Here we go again, right?
One-sided.
Versus the other culture. That's not cool. And on top of that, to make it seem like, well, I tried to have a conversation with her, but every time I tried, sorry to say this, Lauren, but our conversation went from 0 to 100 real quick. Make it seem like, again, she was an angry black woman. And I didn't like that. Even if I wasn't black, I wouldn't like that as a whole. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
it's been a week and we saw what happened, edited or not, on TV. Regardless of the color, that just was too much. That was deflecting your trauma onto her and onto this process, right or wrong?
All we know
No,
is
you're right.
he live in the right city. Cause if he was in any city where there was a lot of people of color, it wouldn't be safe for you, my boy.
No, but stay in your mama basement.
That makes sense too. So he said he didn't
Mhm.
want to end up hurting her. He goes, I just never wanted to hurt her. What do you think was happening? He saw her crying on the honeymoon several times when they were together, or just in general, right? So
Right.
And this is a man raised by women. That don't make no sense. You would
right,
Right.
hurt a woman like that if you was raised by a single mom. Where is your compassion?
right.
Mhm.
Where is your compassion? You talking about grace? That you didn't even need to live grace. It wasn't that deep, bro.
It
All you
wasn't,
gotta do is
and they got past it.
right. You just know he never got past. He lied. He a liar. You a
Yeah.
liar. You been lying. Everything you say. He like my little brother. I love my little brother to death. But some people just liars. I figured out with my little brother. You ask him the same thing 3 times, 3 different ways, you gonna find out the truth.
Oh wow.
You can't just ask him and just go about. No. Ask him hey, are you over it? Yeah, I'm over it. So about that thing, like, did we bury it? Did we sweep it under the rug? Is it swept under the rug? Oh yeah.
Right. Ooh, Courtney. So just because he talked about Michael Jackson, don't make Lauren loud.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness. Yes. But here's the thing. He said talk about cutting deep. He said the comment cut him deep. Again, the comment wasn't a source from Lauren. The response was from what you put out there. You know what I'm saying? So the N-word wasn't supposed to cut her deep that you used it. She
Right.
wasn't talking about that. A lot of people do. They're in songs. I get it. And who is really walking around saying the R word? If you're gonna walk around saying anything, you're gonna say the N-word of other races, even your
Ain't
own.
nobody said Redskins since the football game, sir.
That's what I'm
Come on, since the
saying.
football team. Stop it.
Exactly.
Stop it. And you in Colorado. Like, what?
Yeah. So you know what I mean? Like no one's walking around saying that. No, well, I've never heard no one saying it outside the football team. Ever. You know what I'm saying? Not even in conversation, not even growing up. I've never heard it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I feel like when people do the little thing with their mouth, like Indians do, that's the only thing I can see people still do to this day. When they make the
I haven't did that since I
noise.
was in elementary.
But I'm
When we
yeah,
was
but I feel
right.
like you will see somebody do that before a Redskin.
Yeah.
That's very true.
I think of a whole football team.
It just don't make no sense. And Dr. Pia, why will you keep on? You sure? You sure, ma'am? You are a black woman.
Yeah.
You a
She's
black
Mhm.
woman. It shouldn't have been. You shouldn't even been even trying to coach him. You don't try to push nobody on your people. He don't want your people. He
Right.
acting like he real offended, like she really said something. Why?
Mhm.
That's
let me say this
abuse.
too. Let me jump back. You know, I besides the R word, like I said, if you hear anything Orion, you hear about people who are Hispanic, right? African American and Asian, not Native
Mhm.
American. You know what I'm saying? We can think of things that people say about the cultures I just mentioned, right? Off top, you know, all the time. And not that.
Mhm.
I mean, I get being proud of your culture, but that was a little bit too extreme when it came out his way. But I agree with that with Dr. Pia. She's like, "Are you sure you don't want to try to make it work?" I'm like, "Stop pressuring these people.
Stop it.
If they don't want to go forward, that's what it is. It's been 7 days. I don't know you. You don't know me. But what I do know about you,
I've been done by better.
exactly. Okay.
Right, Lauren, you shouldn't feel like you failed. It was 7 days.
Yeah,
Right.
It was
7
7
whole
days. You
days.
just say you went
Mhm.
on a trip. You just mark this down as something crazy you did. Yeah, when you meet somebody, it'll be a funny conversation. Yeah, I met this Indian guy and we got married. I didn't even know we went on a vacation. And he asked me a
Yep.
question and we got a divorce.
Free trip to Mexico.
Yeah, free
That's what
trip.
you look at.
It was
Yeah.
fun.
Now,
And
see,
then it was funny when he said he wanted, which gave me a list of vibes. I want to still go through the process. What process? Process over.
Sounds like he don't got no insurance and he wanted some free therapy.
ooh, like that one lady who wanted the free health insurance. Can I get health insurance? Health insurance. I'm like, is that all you want? Is health insurance? I forgot her
Hmm.
name.
Mm-hmm.
Was it Mindy? Not Mindy. I forgot her name. But the point is, right? What was you going to be doing through this process? Still
Right.
going to treats and all these other stuff, and then joining in as if I'm just a friend of the show. That's not how.
No,
Ryan.
this is not the housewives.
Right. Actually, Aubrey says Orion seems very immature. Plus, I doubt if he's ever dated a black woman before. I don't
Oh
think
no,
he's dated
no.
before. He said out of his cult. I don't think he's dated before, other than what he said he experienced before. Because it's not giving he's dated women, if you know what I mean. Because this,
He
anyway,
wanted Larry, not
He
Lauren.
too sensitive. He too sensitive.
it's okay to be
And all
sensitive, but he's too sensitive.
yeah, and then you go all these people on the show. How y'all gonna go? What type of marriages is y'all going through? Even if your parents been together 30 years, you ain't never seen your parents fight. You ain't never seen your mama the coffee over there. You ain't never seen that in 30 years. If your parents have been married forever. Orion, you have it because your daddy left. I understand.
Well,
But
let me say this. On Christmas Eve, my parents will be married 57 years.
Oh wow, that's
come
so
on now.
great.
I can
Beautiful.
honestly say I've never, I'm not saying they haven't. 57, I'm sure they've argued, but they kept
Hmm.
that away from us. I still haven't heard them argue. They don't argue. They don't cuss. They don't drink. I'm sure they
Hmm.
have cussed before, but maybe not in front of their kids. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Right.
possible. But every now and then, you may catch like a little. I'm like, oh, okay, so y'all beefing on.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But it's not impossible. Now let's move to what's going to happen next week. So next week, the friends and family are going to meet again. I'm like, for the third time? Do they not have a show? What are the friends and family going to say after 8 days? How's it going? Did you have intercourse on the honeymoon? I mean, what? Give them like a month, like at the month anniversary, then bring them back. Don't bring them in now. You know what I'm saying? And then the that we do see, especially with Brennan and Claire, doesn't seem like it's going to be good at all. Brennan is checked out with his friends because clearly Emily was like, hey, girl, you know, he's like changed on me, this and that. So they're going in. And Brenna's like, oh, I don't even know why I'm here.
Right.
So,
you got me on this damn wig and I got to listen to these scallywags. No, I'm done.
So see, it happens. Actually, Arbor said her parents never fought, arguing from her episodes. It happens. Yeah.
Yeah.
But and then Claire seemed like, I don't know, her sisters run her. You know what I'm saying? They run her before she got married, and I still think that's what's going. Right. Courtney said, is this season over yet? This season right here is already like
the worst.
Like Tamika said before it even started, better not be 20 episodes. We can end
it better not be.
That's why the friends already back. They desperate.
Yeah.
Oh, we got to do something because we already down almost 2 couples. Bruh already ain't, bruh ain't coming to the after show. He ain't coming home. He ain't even talking to her. He gave the driest show of his house like she wasn't supposed to be there.
She wasn't.
Right.
She wasn't.
Right.
She wasn't.
He probably disinfected everything when she left.
Right. And on top of that, they're going to bring the other guy back. I already saw the picture. I think the bride's name is going to be Chloe. So Michael and Chloe. Like I said, what are they going to do now? Like, we're on episode 8 going to episode 9. So we already should be halfway through the season. Right?
They about to damage that man because you got left at the altar. And if this don't work, because I know it ain't going to work. Dang. So you got left. How you got left 2 times in one season?
I think it's going to be possible. And on top of that, we don't need to see them get married. We don't need to see a reception. Well, maybe a reception as the families, because we need to know who's getting into this. But not a honeymoon. Like, do a reception and already put the show if that's what they're going to do. So
everything need to be in fast forward. They need to be.
Yep. They need to do the wedding, reception, honeymoon all in 1 week. You get a 3-day. You get a 3-day honeymoon.
They don't even get no honeymoon. Y'all go to Six Flags and y'all go to a Denver Nuggets game. Y'all go to Denver. Y'all go to a Denver Nuggets game. Y'all gonna be on the jumbotron. First Newberry, get on the kiss cam, and then we're gonna be here. Your friends will come over next week. Thanks.
Yeah.
Right. He said thanks. Sharon says folks are gonna stop watching this food. There it is. Courtney Nettie say Michael and his new wife better bring something because this is
dry as Popeye's biscuits.
They should have been messy and married him and Lauren.
Because when I first saw, I thought Orion and Michael was the same person. I'm like,
so did I.
So that to me that says a lot without saying.
Maybe Orion the evil twin.
Maybe, you never know. All right, and then who watched the after party? Did y'all watch the after party? I did watch it. Did you get a chance?
I watched a couple minutes of it, and listen, they put me to sleep like 3 different times. Keep him winding the back, like,
I didn't like that. I thought the black woman was gonna hold him. I know Keisha got a job to do. She want to keep her job on TV, but look at here. I'm not about to be sitting here playing with Orion. Like, y'all giving him too many passes. When y'all gonna call a spade a spade? Spade a spade. Bro, you fake woke. If you don't miss me with that, you fake woke.
And on top of that, he's been on every after party except for one, I believe, which was last week. And I also find it interesting that Keisha said that Brennan has been offered to tell his side of the story at the after party, which goes to show for me, they're not together. Okay?
And,
the way that she talks on the after party is if past tense already. And then Brennan don't want to tell his side, which means maybe he can't keep it in. You know what I'm saying? But they said he's been invited. He only came once the first time, and that was it. Keisha did try to call out Orion. He said he still stands by what he did, but he has some regrets about doing things differently. And he did try to reach out to Lauren, but Lauren said, don't call me. I don't want to hear from you. So instead, he reached out to Claire. And it was like, oh, hey, how's everybody doing? Oh, by the way, how's Lauren? I'm like, first of all,
First of all,
Mm-mm.
Claire, draw your line. What side you want? Pick a
Right.
team, cause you
Right.
can't be in between. But if you friends with him, you a op.
Mm-hmm.
You a op,
Listen.
cause he done for. He can't go nowhere but Denver. Trust
Yep.
me.
Yep. And it should be his last after party, so his check's about to stop.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Sharon
stop all
said,
that.
why he's on after party every week explaining himself. That's what I want to know. That's what I want to
Yeah.
know.
Because his culture probably said, "Boy, what are you talking about? We ain't like that. Don't go on there." But they called the prime, whoever in charge of the tribe. Whoa, you got us
No,
out here looking crazy. What the world?
mm-hmm.
You can't be getting into it with the blacks.
Yeah. Remember the
Do
one
you
chick from
know? Do you know who
last
you
week?
messing with?
Mm-hmm.
Say it to me.
That you put up, that one lady from last week you put up.
Oh, the nice
Yeah.
research.
Did you see the messages before that she posted that one? Because I went on Reddit and I saw it, and then there was some before that
No,
she was talking. She was just saying, how the mom is. So he went talked to his mom, and his mom was like, "You better get out of this. Don't bring that colored here."
what? Oh no, I didn't see that.
Well, no, that's what I'm just saying. He didn't say that, but
Okay. I definitely didn't see that.
don't
No.
bring her here. Uh-uh.
What was said on that was crazy,
Yeah.
So, I don't know. But then Orion also said too, before I let everybody go, that he said also if he could have did things different, he would have went ahead and moved in the apartment with Lauren to see where things would go. And I'm like, for what? You was
So you
already
could get jumped by her family because you gonna keep gaslighting and she
Right.
gonna call cuz.
her
Yeah. Because her
family.
daddy coming.
Right, her dad. I was about to say that. That reception told it all. I wasn't mad at dad at all because listen,
Mm-mm.
when I get married, I'm gonna be the same way, even if I know
Yep.
you.
Dad knew it. He picked up. Man can pick up like this dude right here. He ain't. He ain't. I knew it. He live.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, where you live? With your mama.
Right. And
Where
then
you want to work? In New York, but you ain't got no job. Okay.
right. And then Emily alluded to something happened that the energy shifting at the honeymoon with Brennan, that they had got into it previously before they came back, and she was trying to hold her ground. And just like you said, Tamika, Eddie had said something about maybe he doesn't like Emily standing up to him based off how he grew up, because he said his dad was an alcoholic, things like that. The things maybe he saw in the household about his dad being dominating, and Emily going against the status quo. Maybe that's why Brendan is pulling back some. Courtney and Eddie says he's missing that money.
Mm-hmm.
We don't need to see him no more at all.
Did anyone hear, and I don't know how true it is, I got to research, that there was a something happened between one of the cast members and one of the production team
Yes.
in Mexico? Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Emily says she stood up for herself. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Possibly somebody who's getting divorced on the show.
Listen, she was like, "It's been 2 months. I'm about to get it in."
Oh, you already gave it away. You heard that?
Oh, it was Lauren.
So even Sharon said, I heard that. Yeah.
I'm getting it in.
Lauren.
Well, if I ain't getting it with him, I'm getting it with somebody. I'm about to be on 90 Day
Just
Fiance.
blink if it was Lauren. Guess who got the last laugh? Tell your tribe that.
So I don't like to give spoilers at all. Regardless if it happened or not, maybe Lauren will tell us at the reunion because it don't need to be told.
I'll find it.
I hope they made love.
It's rumored that with all the allegedly with all the things that happened, with Lauren being so down and out in the dumps, that possibly someone from production and her have gotten into a relationship that may become more consensual. Allegedly.
About time. It only makes sense. Y'all, they've been messing up so long. It might be accidentally one man's exes.
Not while filming though. Not while filming. This person allegedly has lost their job. So, but anyways.
Well, that's what happened to was it Dr. Michelle?
Yeah.
A few seasons ago, that she hooked up with one of the guys that was on the show after the show, and she left.
Yeah, that's allegedly, Courtney. That was put out there a couple weeks ago. I saw it. I just didn't say anything because I try not to.
I just saw it yesterday.
I saw it at least 3 weeks ago.
Oh, yeah.
So
Hey, that's a woman for you. You thought just when you thought you had the upper hand,
When a woman
pow!
set up.
Yeah, here
Da, da,
come the
da, da, da,
bomb.
da.
Like, oh,
So
you thought you was gonna break my heart?
a
I got
whole
the laugh.
relationship allegedly with a production member who you gonna lose your job, lost their job.
Oh,
Listen,
come on, man! That fight, bring the ratings, bring them out on the reunion.
I already said Lauren's dad knew Orion was trash. Exactly.
listen, Candy did it.
That's true. That's a whole different show. All right,
I'm
so
just saying.
that was the end of this episode. We'll be live next Thursday if I'm not sitting sequestered in a jury somewhere. We'll be live on Sunday. We were live on, Tuesday and Thursday. Before I go, let me show the holiday clip. If you haven't already,
Oh, I'm doing that tonight.
send it in. Here we go. Millennial Mom are having a giveaway as a thank you for supporting our channel this holiday season. We are giving away 2 $25 Sedoni gift cards. Now, Sedoni features clean beauty and skincare for men and women. To enter the giveaway, send your name and email to millennialmom92@gmail.com. Now, deadline to enter is December 20th, and this is valid for U.S. residents only. Happy holidays, everyone, from Millennial and Mom. So, enter if you would like a chance to win one of 2 $25 gift certificates. Yes, thank you, Courtney Daddy. $25 gift certificates to Sedoni, and I know Courtney Daddy have Sedoni boxes, and I know did Catrice get a chance to use her Sedoni?
She didn't use it. We still got it right here. Nope.
Okay. All right. So, ma'am, you up next.
I'm getting mine. Yes.
All right. Any final thoughts? Any final thoughts?
You know, God work in mysterious ways. I turned it on the pregame show for the next game that's coming on. And guess who on here singing? And what they singing? TLC. Oh no, I don't want no scrub. Scrub. What a coincidence. Look at God. God be he just come when you need
right
him.
on time. He may
What
not come when you
Out
want
of
him.
all the people performing at a basketball game, if these people
Right. So
That's so funny.
It is funny. So I think that's it. Oh, and this is for hold on. This is for Brennan right here. Brennan from Emily and Brennan. This is what he get. All right, everyone. Thank you so much.
Have a good night.
Have a good night. I'll see you next week. I'll let you know if I can't. I'll let you know.
Okay.
Take care, everybody. Good night.
Bye.
Bye.